Hello, my love, and welcome back to the Energy Expansion podcast. This episode feels so incredibly special for so many reasons. Number one, this is our first episode of December. Fam, we are here now in the final stretch of the year, which feels like a really big deal. And there is something that I have been feeling the intuitive nudge to do for a while, something that you get to participate in, you get to benefit from in a really big way. And, sometimes you'll get those intuitive nudges and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I hear that. And you sort of swat it away. I hope you don't do that. But if you're anything like me, then occasionally you do that. And I'm just cut right to the chase here. So this time last year, I hosted a really powerful, fun, paid coaching program called the Expansion Accelerator. And this program consisted of 21 daily, life-changing voice notes. Some of the concepts that have had the biggest impact on every area of my life, the things that I've shared with clients that have supported them in creating the biggest shifts, and not just teachings and motivational words, but also things that you can implement on a daily basis, things that are really simple yet wildly powerful and can change really the trajectory of your entire life and also your business if you are an entrepreneur. And the intuitive nudge that I have been receiving is to share those voice notes with you here. Because it was an audio course, I have access to all of those audios, and they are still relevant and applicable and can absolutely meet you where you are. And so here we are, the final stretch of 2025, and I could not be any more excited to share this with you. So again, this was a paid coaching program. Depending on which level, which tier of the program people chose, whether it was the group level or VIP, people were paying anywhere from $222 to $555, and you are going to get it completely free. So consider this a little early Christmas present from my heart to your heart. And what is going to happen over the next 21 days is that I am going to be sharing the direct voice notes with you. But today I wanted to record this intro because it feels important to tee you up for success so you know what is going on, how to participate, and how to get the most out of this. And again, this is something that I have been thinking about, something that's been on my heart for quite some time. And I have a feeling the reason that I waited until now is because, these tools are really helpful any day, any month, any time of the year. But there's something really special about the month of December. Every time I find myself at the end of the year, I always like to think about each year being its own book, and every month being a separate chapter of that book. And with this particular metaphor, we are here in the final chapter. And the thing that I like to remember for myself and also remind you of is how incredibly powerful you are when it comes to being a creator and being able to create the internal environment. What's happening in your head and in your heart. You play a huge role in that. What's happening in your external reality, in every area of your life and the relationships in your life. And so regardless of what the first 11 months of 2025 looked like, let this be your reminder, my love, that the pen is in your hand. You get to choose how this story called 2025 ends. You do not need permission from anyone. You don't need to wait for anything. That feels like an important thing for you to remember. This final chapter is full of possibility, of potential, of miracles, of blessings, and breakthroughs. And that can all unfold faster than your mind can even comprehend, especially when you're tapping in to the tools, the teachings, the principles, the distinctions, all of it that I am going to be sharing with you as I literally hand you day by day the entire Expansion Accelerator program. I could not be any more excited to share this with you. And so, again, here's how this is going to work. I am going to be giving you the daily audios. Sometimes you might get a little fun intro from me, just like we're doing today. Other times, we're just going to dive right into the content of the day. But there are a couple things that I want to remind you of. So again, there's going to be a powerful audio directly from the paid program. There's going to be this is so fun if you're in my world. Hello, you are in my world. But if you've been in my world for a while and you've participated in any of my offerings, multi-day offerings, paid, and even the ones that I've created completely for free, there is a term that I have coined, and it is called your daily SaaS. Your daily SaaS is your super simple action step. And so after you listen to each podcast episode and the Expansion Accelerator audio that will be included, often at the end of the audio, I am going to be verbally walking you through what the super simple action step is. But for the sake of ease, you will also be able to find that content in the show notes. Like the literal typed up copy that I created for my clients this time last year who went through the Expansion Accelerator, you're going to have access to all of that. You're going to get different types of journal prompts. I'll share links and resources and lots of really powerful and wildly simple ways to integrate each daily lesson. Okay? And because of accountability, and because I want to incentivize you and support you in being in action, right? Transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens through us taking intentional action. We are going to be weaving in an insane giveaway, a giveaway that is going to correlate with the program that I am giving you completely for free. And so here's the thing. Let's start with the prize. What is the prize for the giveaway? You are going to win the grand prize winner. The grand prize winner is going to win a 90-minute quantum breakthrough session with me. I sell these on my website for $997. So for listening to the podcast for free, for engaging in the lessons, costs you literally nothing, and you participating and playing along, which I will explain how you can get entries into the giveaway, you can potentially win about $1,000 in the grand prize. And because I love being really generous and I love sharing my favorite things, we will definitely have a few more winners as well. And I'll share some of my favorite resources, books, journals, all of that good stuff. So here's how to win. Number one, when you're listening, and you can do any of these, you can choose one of these, you can do two of them. There's multiple pathways for receiving entries, and you can literally receive multiple entries every single day. So it's really fun for you. Here's how to do that. And I'll include this in the show notes as well. So number one, the easiest thing to do is as you're listening, like literally right now, you can take a screenshot and share that on your social media, wherever you love to show up. Just post that you're listening to the Energy Expansion podcast and tag me. It's really important that you're either tagging me or you're sending me a private message. That's the only way my team and I are going to know how to give you your giveaway entry points. So number one, take a screenshot and share that screenshot of you listening to the episode. There's going to be 21 different episodes. That in and of itself is 21 opportunities to enter. Number two is I would love for you to share your wins, your breakthroughs, and your celebrations. And so maybe you listen to an episode, you share a screenshot, and then the very next post or story slide you do is you talking about what you learned, or you typing up a written post about your breakthrough and what's happening as you're moving through this experience. And then, of course, tag me or screenshot it and message it to me. One, so I can add you to our giveaway for that day, and also so that I can cheer you on. Number 3 is complete your super simple action step every single day. And if you want to share that publicly, you can. If you complete your super simple action step and it feels a little bit more personal, you're welcome to take a screenshot and DM me. You don't even have to share it with anybody else, just DM me. And that's a third way to get daily entries. You could literally do these 3 things every single day for 21 days and be entered to win. Number 4 is share the episode with friends, your community. If you're listening and there's someone in your life or a group of people in your life who you know would love that episode or this entire series, share it with them. If it's public, you can tag me. If it's a private community or a private text message, you're welcome to screenshot it and DM me. Last and not least, and you can really only do this one time, I think, is leave us a review. Leave us a review. And guess what? This is option number 5, pathway number 5 to be included in our final giveaway at the end of this experience. When you do this, I will give you 5 entries because this is something you could really only do one time. Head over to the Energy Expansion podcast wherever you listen, leave us a review and send me a screenshot, and you will get not 1, not 2, you will get 5 entries into our grand prize giveaway. And also you'll be able to potentially win some of the other things that we're going to be giving away. So without further ado, I want to let you know that I love you so much. I'm so excited to start this new journey with you. In just a moment, you are going to hear our Expansion Accelerator sort of pre-message, pre-work. There's not a whole lot you need to do. It was like the night before we were beginning the original program. So I wanted to give you that context. It's only about 4 or 5 minutes. And then right after that, you'll automatically head into day 1 of the experience. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to hear from you, to go on this journey with you, and to celebrate you every step of the way. Hello, my loves. Happy Expansion Accelerator Eve. We are 1 day away from officially kicking off our experience together. And there is a message that I want to share with you, just something to have you be in consideration of today so that it's in your mind and in your heart as you're opening up your eyes tomorrow and waking up to a brand new day and officially day 1 of this experience. And it has to do with choice. There's something that I say often, and I believe it in my bones. It's one of the truest things I've ever heard. And it is an extraordinary life, the kind of life that you are here to create, the kind of game that you're here to play in this lifetime is not one of mediocrity. It is not average. It is not a life built on autopilot. It's not doing what everyone else around you is doing or doing things for the sake of other people. And so choice is so powerful. So I often say an extraordinary life is not created by accident. It's created by choice. And so this does not mean that you have to have a complete overhaul of your life. I mean, by all means, if that's what you're feeling called to do and you want to, you can. But I do know that sometimes change and transformation can feel really overwhelming in our minds, in our hearts, in our bodies. And so honor the way that this lands for you. And maybe this looks like doing a complete 180 at the snap of your finger and right now deciding that you're going to live a completely different life. Or maybe it looks like taking baby steps and being mindful of little things throughout your day. So either way, this applies to you and you get to choose how you're going to approach this. But the choices that we make start the minute that we open our eyes, the minute that we wake up. And so I wanted to share this with you because as you're waking up tomorrow, I want to invite you, if it feels aligned, to make some new choices. Noticing what's the very first thought you think when you wake up? What's the very first thing you do? Do you reach for your phone? Do you open up your email? Do you have a running to-do list of everything that didn't get done last week that now you have to do? And so you start your day or you start your week already feeling behind. If any of that lands, this is for you. And there's a video by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love Dr. Joe so much. His work is incredible. And also, some of his work can feel a little bit dense. And I don't think that this video is the case. It's a shorter video and you may want to watch it more than once. I've watched this video dozens of times, and every time I watch it, I get something new from it. But it's really beautiful because he talks about choice and he talks about the programs that we create really for ourselves. How so much, not 100%, but so much of our life experience can come back down to us and our belief systems and the way that we move through the world. And so I'm going to share this video with you, and it applies to every area of life, every moment of life, but he uses some really beautiful metaphors that have to do with how we start our day. And so I just want you to be in the inquiry today. What are the choices you're making? The little ones, the big ones, moment by moment, are they in full support of where you're going? Are they getting you closer to where you want to go? Or are they getting you further away? Just things to keep in mind. And I'll drop the link to that video here. Happy day one of our Expansion Accelerator. Oh my goodness. You can probably hear it in my voice. You can probably hear the smile on my face and this energy that is just bubbling up and overflowing from my heart. Excitement and gratitude and reverence. Reverence for you, reverence for what I know to be possible and what this journey is going to bring. And as I take a moment to share with you what is alive within me, I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Just to take a moment with your next few breaths. Can you feel the bigness of what's possible? Can you feel the shifts, the transformations that you know that you are eager are going to happen? All right, love, real quick pause because I have to tell you about something that is truly life-changing. If you've been in my world for any amount of time, then there is a 99.9% chance that you have heard me talk about Energy Expansion Academy, which is my signature group coaching program where I teach the exact tools, rituals, mindset shifts that helped me create a life that goes beyond my wildest dreams and has transformed the lives of hundreds of women that I've had the honor of serving. And for the first time ever, it is now available as a self-paced experience. That means you get to move through this powerful transformation on your own terms, in your own timing, and in full alignment with your life. This is for the woman who's ready to shift her energy, elevate her mindset, and finally become the most confident, fulfilled, and successful version of herself. Without the hustle, without the overwhelm, and without the second guessing. If you've been feeling the nudge to join us inside of EEA, then this, my love, is your sign. You'll find the link in the show notes or just DM me EEA on Instagram and I'll personally send it your way. Now, let's get back to the episode that you came for. That was one of the first things I thought this morning. And if that hasn't crossed your mind yet, I want you to just take that in. Just breathing in the holy shifts, the breakthroughs, the results, all of it. Breathing in the possibility. And so today we're going to kick off our first energy expander. I'm calling it the power of choice. I had mentioned it yesterday, and it's worth mentioning again that an extraordinary life is not created by accident or by chance or by coincidence. An extraordinary life is created by choice. And that truth and the remembering of that is a really powerful way to take our power back, to notice where we've been placing our power in other things or other people or living on autopilot. The other thing that I want to share here is I'm pretty sure most of you at this point know that I use the term God when I'm referencing my higher power and when I'm in prayer and when I'm in contemplation and conversation with that something bigger than me. And so I will probably use the term God throughout our time together. You'll also hear me use the term Gus, which is fun. It's an acronym for God, Universe, Source, God, Universe, Spirit. So whatever you call it, I'm going to honor that. Of course, of course, of course. So you'll hear me use different things interchangeably. But I know that I'm not doing this on my own. You're not doing this on your own. And so I want to say that you get to choose on some level, some really massive level, you get to choose your outcomes, your results, where you're going, what you're creating, what you're going to experience a week from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, all the way till, we look at the big grand picture of what you've created. There is a huge element of choice there. Also, there is this spiritual element of God's plan, of the divine plan. But the thing that I want you to remember is that we were spiritually made, of course, to be guided and connected to whatever you call your higher power, that's something bigger, but we were made with free will. So our desires and our choice plays a huge role in our quality of life and our overall life experience. So sometimes when I talk about how powerful you are and you're the creator of your reality, to me, that doesn't always feel complete because I do want to weave in the something bigger, the divine plan, God's plan, divine timing, right? But for the sake of today, I want you to come back to the fact that you are a free, sovereign being, meaning you have complete and total control over yourself, your mindset, your emotions, your choices, your actions. I know that there are so many things in this life experience, this human experience, that we don't have control over. Not going to deny that. But there is so much, pretty much everything that has to do with you and your inner world that you are in control of. So breathe that in, and I'm hoping that you feel this growing strength and power within you. These are some of the foundational pieces that we're going to be working on together this week and building on. And so with that being said, I want you to grab a piece of paper. And how you move through this experience is totally up to you. Maybe you have a journal dedicated to this experience. If you don't have a blank journal at home, don't wait to do this. Here's some other options. You can open up the Notes app on your phone. You can have a Google Doc. You can be listening to this from your computer or from a different device. And you could also, something that I like to do, instead of having a million notebooks, like one for every topic or every program I'm in, I'll actually just use Post-its and I'll create sections within a particular notebook. And each section represents something that I'm moving through. That's something else you can do. But I want you to grab, here we are on day one, a notebook. And perhaps you write the date at the top. Perhaps you write Expansion Accelerator day one. But something towards the top of your notebook, I want you to write the words. I would write these in all caps. You can do this however you want. I am choosing. I am choosing. And I want you to make a list of everything that you are choosing for yourself. What you're choosing for yourself today, what you're choosing for yourself this week, what you're choosing for yourself during our 21 days together. So first things first, I am choosing. What are you choosing? Are you choosing joy, ease, fun, play, expansion, magnetism? Those are all words that represent feelings and frequencies and a unique internal experience. That internal experience then spills out into our external reality. So maybe it's several words like that. You can also, and I would highly recommend that you do this with at least one, if not more, actual tangible goals. Are you choosing to welcome in 10 new clients to your business before the end of the year? Are you choosing to step into next levels of confidence and visibility? I know that many of you are wanting to play with showing up online more. So maybe you're choosing showing your face and your voice on social media to make a difference. Maybe there's a certain dollar amount. Maybe there's a goal related to your health. Maybe there's something else related to your family or your relationships or your personal life. So whatever it is you're choosing, this can be as broad, like just a feeling that you want in every area of your life, your career, your business, or or I would love for you to do a combination of both. A few tangible goals, like things that you're very excited to create in your 3D reality. Okay. So it's number one, making as long of a list as you possibly can, maybe setting a 5 to 10 minute timer. If you set a 10-minute timer and you put pen to paper and you write nonstop for 10 minutes, that is going to be a long list. So maybe set a 5 to 10 minute timer. And then the second thing is I want you to take your energy out to our final day together. How will you be feeling? I was thinking about this morning. I'm going to create space on that day together for us to look back and reflect on day one of this experience and really, truly celebrate whatever it is that you're writing down right now. Okay. And then the last thing that I want you to consider, and this may be something that you write down, but I want you to choose one thing, just one. If you're anything like me, you're a little bit of an overachiever. Sometimes that serves you, sometimes that doesn't. You may choose 3, 4, 5 things, but I want you to choose one thing that you're committed to doing every single one thing, just one thing. Again, if you want to do more than that, you can, but like one non-negotiable, keeping it really simple. And ideally, this one non-negotiable, when you look at your list of what you're choosing, when you look at what you're going to be celebrating on our final day together, as we close out this experience, what is one thing that you can do that's going to help you create what you're choosing and what you're committed to celebrating at the end of this journey? Perhaps it is something that you're committed to doing every morning. In fact, for the duration of our time together, I'm going to ask that you spend 30 minutes every morning completely free of social media, of any form of the news, if that's something that you engage in, whether that be like on television or online, emails. We're going to spend the first, at least, you might want to go more than that, but at least the first 30 minutes free of any external noise and stimulation. And if you watch that Dr. Joe Dispenza video, you'll understand why. But how amazing would it be if every single day you woke up and the first thing you did was focused on you, came back home to your body? I had shared yesterday a few things that you can do. And one of those, and I do this every morning, is actually before I open my eyes, when I'm in that sort of sleep awake state, I just do a body scan. I place my hands over my heart and I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, God, for another opportunity. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So maybe you do that. Maybe you listen to the Grand Rising activation. Who did that today? I did that today. It was so good. And so really focusing on you. And then after that, maybe you just move in silence and you're really mindful of what's happening in your head and in your heart. Maybe you listen to some uplifting music, whatever that is. So I am going to ask that that be something that you commit to for this experience. But aside from that, what is one thing that you're committed to doing every day? Maybe it is something that you weave into your morning routine. Maybe it is something that you engage in inside of your business, like you commit to show up every single day online, or you commit to selling every single day. Maybe it's something around your health. It has to do with movement. Maybe it is, gosh, there's so many different things that you can do, a specific spiritual practice. So that is it for today. In summary, you are going to grab your journal, whether it's a pen and paper or some sort of digital way to record today's super simple action steps. Number one is I am choosing. And you're making a list of all of the things that you are choosing. Do you hear the power of that? It's not I want, or I'm manifesting, or I'm wishing for, or I'm hoping for. No, it is a decision. It is I am choosing, and making a list of all of the incredible things that you're choosing for yourself. And I am celebrating, writing at least one, if not multiple things that you're celebrating. And then the final one is what is something that you're committed to doing every single day, a non-negotiable every single day, in addition to 30 minutes of social media, free time, no news, no social media, no emails. You get the gist. I love you so much. These voice notes moving forward are going to be between 5 to 15 minutes. Today went a little bit longer because it's day one and I really wanted to set the stage for you. I love you so much and I can't wait to see everything that you share inside of the community.